Hello everyone, Katie Wheeler, your remote instruction coordinator here with some tips on taking attendance in the remote classroom. We'll talk about some ways to take attendance at the beginning of class and other ways to take attendance at the end of class. You might select one of these, you might do a combination of beginning and end of class. Either way, you get to take advantage of some of the tools we have available in both Zoom and WebEx. Let's first look at ways to take attendance at the beginning of class. First, by thinking about using the waiting room feature. This is the feature where students are getting logged into class, but they have yet to be admitted to the main session. This means that you can pull up your D2L attendance tab, and as you see student names appear in the waiting room, you can press present. Then you have attendance taken, you can admit them to the main room, and that gives you an opportunity to ask them, hey, how are you? How was the weekend? It gives students a chance to get to know you better and feel welcome in the classroom. The next tool that you could use is a poll or a survey that you put up on a PowerPoint slide. Here's an example of something that I might do. What was the muddiest point of Chapter 6? I have instructions on here. I got this from the Inclusified workshop offered last semester at PPCC. And here, students know that they should type up their answer and add it to the chat window. For you, as soon as your meeting closes in WebEx or Zoom, your chat will be saved. You can then go in later and take attendance that way because each individual that typed into the chat will have their name next to their answer. The third thing that you could do is take a screenshot. And you can do this by pressing print screen on your keyboard, or you can navigate to the snipping tool. I usually just search for this in my computer, and you can outline a screenshot of the WebEx or the Zoom. You can then save this to your OneDrive on PPCC or a campus computer. Never save it to a personal computer. Those are 3 ways that you can take attendance at the beginning of class. Let's also look at ways to take attendance at the end of class. A great way to do this is by taking advantage of that chat window, and you could ask students one of the following. What was the biggest takeaway from the lecture that day? What was the muddiest point? When is the next assignment due? Or you could have a mini pop quiz about the lecture with 2 or 3 questions. I like to use these instructions as students answer. They take a moment to think, they type up their answer in the chat window, but do not hit enter. They only hit enter when I say go. I do this so that students are not looking to others for their answers, so that it truly comes from them. It helps you have a quick assessment point. What was the muddiest point? Did this come up a lot in the chat? Maybe I need to revisit that. Or if they didn't really know when that assignment is due, I need to make sure I put an announcement up about this in D2L. So have students take that moment. Have them type up their answer, but don't hit enter yet, and then they hit enter when you say go. At the end of the session, that is then saved to your computer, and you can take attendance that way. These are some easy ways to take attendance at the beginning or end of class. If you have any questions or need help in your remote classroom, please do not hesitate to email me at remote.instruction@ppcc.edu.